Hi, I'm Maggie from MAGGIE'S and I'm here with all these scarves that I have arm knitted, and I've had a little bit of help with this. At this point, I've arm knitted an afghan, and then I've arm knitted all of these scarves in various yarns. So by doing this many projects, I've learned a lot of tips that will help you to be a better arm knitter. And some of the tips include how to use multiple strands like I did here. This is using everything from like zero weight to City Life ladder yarn and then a worsted weight yarn mixed together. And then there's tips in how to measure your yarn, how to mix and match colors and dye lots and your gauge, and using the beginning and the end of a ball to create 2 strands, or create like even 4 strands out of 1 skein of yarn. Adding yarn, what to do if you need to take it off your arm, what if you wanted to bind off on an opposite arm. I'd show you how to do that. So I am madly in love with arm knitting, and I used to knit when I was very young, and I was pretty good at it actually. I wouldn't even know how to do what I used to do when I was young. But anyway, I just love this. I just think it's a lot of fun, and I've been teaching my friends also. And I love teaching people because I can slow the whole process down and see where they struggle, and then I can create good tips for you, and that's what I want to share in this video series. So this is Lion Brand Homespun. This is Starbella. This is Starbella Flash. This is Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky Yarn. This is a mix of Premier Yarn, City Life, Eversoft, and Enchant Yarn. This is actually a 12-foot scarf that I made using 3 strands of Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky in chocolate. But all of these are in separate videos, and this is just to introduce all of the tips that I have for you. And then this afghan was done in Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky also. So anyway, let's get started on your tips, and make sure that you watch all of them. There's probably going to be about 20 at least 20 tips in this series. And I want to thank you for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, just write them below, and the links to all the videos and everything will be listed below. Thank you. Hi, I'm Maggie from MAGGIE'S, and in this arm knitting tip, I'm going to show you the difference between the 2 sides of your arm knitting. So as you're arm knitting, the side that's facing you is the knit side. So the knit side looks like this with all the V's. And they look like little teardrops that run together like that. And then the purl side is the outside. It's what you're not seeing on the opposite side. And that looks very different. It looks like this. And it's got the little bars going across. So the reason why this helps is because if you were to have to take your arm knitting off your arm, and then you went back to pick it up, there's 2 things you need to know. Is that the knit side is going to be facing you, so you know which side faces you. And then you also know that the working yarn is going to be facing your fingers. So then immediately you'll know which side the loops have to go back on. And plus 2, when you're wearing it, it looks better on the knit side. And when you're sewing it together, you want to make sure that you're sewing it together on the purl side, so it won't show as much on the knit side. So there's a lot more tips, and be sure to write any comments or questions you have below, and thank you very much for watching. Definitely done with the long tail right now, because there's only groups of 4 on my arm right now. Doesn't that look beautiful, those shades of blue? Down, or something happens where you drop it, you don't want all your stitches to unravel. So for the next group, you skip that one.